What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Tower of God New World video. Alright guys, we're going to be doing a showcase today. Showcase time. I love showcases. Alright, the purpose of the showcase, of course, is to highlight a character, tell you guys what they're all about, why they're really good, and how you want to use them and in what team. Now, today we're going to be focusing on two SSR pluses. We're going to be focusing on two Evans, as a matter of fact. One is a very short bag-wearing guy who keeps looking for a princess named Yuri, and the second one is going to be a tall woman with a massive sword and a hellfire of an attitude, and that is EvanKhell. Now, so both units are SSR pluses, and I want to explain to you guys why you want to focus on getting the two of them as soon as you possibly can. The reason why they're so damn strong is you got the best support in the game in Evan right here. And I've talked about him in previous videos. We're not going to really focus too much on him because he is pretty self-explanatory. He does immortality, he does heals, he does energy provision, he does a knockback. Pretty much the most broken character for support in the game, hands down. But what I do want to focus on is this crazy woman. Now, I want to, before I start, keep in mind, my account is completely free to play, okay? So complete F2P. I got her on my SSR SSR plus pity, and I was very lucky to do so. So let's go over her skills real quick, explain to you guys why she's a necessity in terms of getting content completed, especially for free to play, and why you want to aim for her as your second, in my opinion, SSR plus. A lot of you will want to focus on her as your first, but I think having Evan before her is a better idea because the two of them together prolong her longevity and you maximize your DPS that way, right? So let's talk about her skills. So first skill here, which is her special move, Quad Ray Orb, Hellfire. EvanKhell summons an orb, dealing 200% of her attack as damage to nearby enemies every second for 4 seconds. She deals 300% of her attack as damage every second against enemies close to the orb, and she becomes invincible while she's using this skill. Now, the importance here with her and Evan is the fact that Evan can also do immortality on her before she even performs this, or after she performs this, making her last even longer to be able to do this at least twice. The more she does this, the faster enemies die, the longer she lives, right? So there's going to be times in the battle where you're going to want to retry something even if you had failed the first time, because every battle is RNG. Some things work out better than others, so keep that in mind, okay? Go into her second move. EvanKhell summons a flame vortex for 3 seconds, which pulls enemies in range and deals 100% of her attack as damage. The vortex eventually explodes and deals 200% of her attack as damage, knocking them down for 2 seconds. Okay, so very important to note, she is all about close proximity and keeping things together, which is great when you have units that do AoE. When you put everything together, it's much easier than scattered enemies, right? So a very good way to keep opponents together, and then a very good way to just knock them down, that way giving you more time to perform more skills. So very powerful Festival of Flames move. EvanKhell uses Powerful Flames to, this is her active, Powerful Flames to deal 200% of her attack as damage to the enemy with the lowest defense. In addition, EvanKhell recovers equal to 30% of the damage dealt, so that's recovery of HP. She becomes immune to status effects while using this skill. So this is a great assassination skill called Death Sentence, all pretty straightforward, right? And this one here will pretty much kill anybody with the lowest defense, so you guys can get rid of usually a squishy cannon character, which deals a lot of damage. So very powerful skill as an active as well, right? And then lastly, her passive. EvanKhell decreases the HP recovery amount of her target by 50% for 5 seconds. She unleashes her Ancient Power when her HP drops 30% or below, limited once per battle. Ancient Power deals 100% of her attack as damage to all enemies, recovering 32% of her missing HP. In addition, it increases her attack by 40% for 15 seconds. Okay? Very powerful unit. Like I said, probably the second best unit in the game in my opinion at the moment. Arguably, Karaka could be close there. I would kind of match them, but they're two different roles, right? One's a tank, one's a DPS. So for me personally, I needed a DPS. I have Rack. Rack's doing decent. He does die a lot quicker now at stage 7. As free to play, that's where I'm at right now. But I want to talk about exclusive weapon a little bit here too, right? So her equipment here gives her HP, attack, and defense. Everybody gets the same stats for exclusive weapons, but Rare Orb at level 1, Festival Flames is enhanced, increasing the duration of the Flame Vortex by an extra 2 seconds, which is great. At level 2, Death Sentence is enhanced, restoring EvanKhell's HP by additional 10%. An additional 10%, guys. So it's even better than it was before. Level 3, Hellfire is enhanced, allowing EvanKhell to recover HP equal to 5% of the damage dealt with her special move. So this here wasn't even part of her kit, which is incredible for additional HP recovery, making her a lot tankier for a mage, especially with that HP recovery. And then lastly, Ancient Powers activation condition changes, activating when EvanKhell HP drops below 40% or below, right? So very, very good skills for her exclusive. So one you may want to focus on, especially to keep her in the battle even longer, okay? So let's actually go into her actual battle. Let's see if we can complete this. So I'm at 7-2 right now, okay? And you can see here the power difference, 131, 182. So I've got Evan, I've got Hats, who dies really quick right now. He's super, super squishy. I'm trying to get him replaced with another light character. I've got Rack here, who's also dying fairly quickly nowadays. I've got Evan, and then I've got EvanKhell, sorry, and then I've got Bomb. Okay, so let's take a look here. Ignore this message. I'm going to slow it down for you guys so you can kind of see the skills and how she works. And this team actually works really well with her, especially again with Evan and Bomb. Bomb gives her a ton of extra damage because of his increase to 40% of attack. So really good pairing there as well. Highly recommend it if you guys are looking to further maximize her damage. Using Bomb with her in the same team is a very, very good idea. Okay, so let's slow it down. You guys can see some of the skills here. Okay, so you'll see right here, Hat's HP is going down fairly quick. So EvanKhell here is going to do her Vortex. He's sucking everybody in, right? And watch, it knocks everybody down after it's done. And then she does her special at the same time, which is perfect. Because look at the amount of AoE damage everybody takes near that orb. Look at that, just destroys everything. Now, he does immortality after the fact. So even if she's getting hit after she stops, she'll recover her HP after this is completed, and she can't die. So making her even further more immoral than before. Okay, so look at this. She just did Death Sentence there as well. Okay, there's the HP recovery loss right there. You just saw that heart icon. Completely blows everything up. Okay, now if you look at the stats now for the amount of damage she did, let's take a look, right? So battle stats. Look at this. Look at the amount of damage she pulled off. It's crazy. And not to mention, she took almost as much damage as the two physical units, right? So very, very important to note. The only one that did more damage than her here is Evan. And also the amount of healing, obviously, that he provided himself. Now, she would have done a lot of healing herself if he wasn't around to do all that. But you can tell that she is an absolute powerhouse of a unit, eclipsing everybody else's damage by quite a bit. That is kind of her role, right? That is literally her role. So, again, keep her in a team with Evan. You guys are golden. Those two together. Now, if you get, obviously, a third SSR, if you can get a Karaka for a tank, you've got even more AoE damage, and you've got yourself a massive, massive account that will take you super far. She doesn't really need dupes that much, but obviously the more dupes, the better, the more damage she will do. So currently, easily the best damage dealer in the game. So I hope the showcase helps. So if you are aiming to get yourself a second SSR plus, guys, I highly recommend her. Easily will push your account even further to its limits, especially as free to play. You guys can see here, doing pretty well. Even with the power disadvantage, team makeup makes all the difference. Alright guys, this is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.